we've also always had animals leave the park. This is certainly not a new phenomenon. This last specific case got attention because it was quite visible. They were next to the N4, from what I understand. Now, here I also have to say that when these animals go out, each of these cases are dealt with on merit. So we've got a good understanding and MOUs with our provincial conservation colleagues who manages the areas outside of the park, and they get in contact with the park rangers. They go out and they investigate the situation, and then they deal with that case on its merit. Now, in this specific one, I spoke to the Kruger Ranger at Crocodile Bridge, Niels van Wyk, and he said it was quite clear that these lines, I mean, firstly, they were Kruger lines, but also the way they reacted, they were very used to tourists and vehicles, because they were lying there apparently next to the N4, the people which could just as been, according in their head, the road between Skukuza and Lower Sabi, I guess. And so they did not behave like an animal who's been out of the park for a while, who's been catching livestock and who's been harassed and who are secretive and hiding away and so on. So in that case, the decision was taken to try and move them back into the Kruger Park. And because they were fairly tame, also made it easier for the guys to actually catch them, because trying to capture lions is difficult at best. Trying to capture a lion that has been persecuted for a while or feels threatened, man, that's extremely difficult and very dangerous. And people say, why don't you chase them back? I mean, you all have heard the saying, it's as difficult as herding cats. No, yeah, lion is a cat. You don't herd them anyway. So the fact that they managed to get 4 out of the 5 of these lines was probably that specific reason. And what Niels told me, he thinks these lines were not evicted or left the park because they were feeling threatened in any way. He says he thinks they were just wandering around, and because the rivers are so low at the moment, they sort of accidentally or inquisitively got out. And that's why they were taken back, because they were not felt that these animals are a threat to the public outside, or that they are habitual offenders or anything like that.
So nobody left the gate open?
No. They walked across the Crocodile River and out there at the Kumati River. And what the guys also do is, they often when lions are captured, and what they first try and do is look at the situation. As I said, is this a real problem, damage-causing animal that has been out for a long time, killing lots of livestock, or is it an animal that's recent out, or it's a female with cubs? Try and catch them, bring them back into the park, and the guys also try and mark them in a number of ways, whether it's with microchips or hair clippings or spray paint or whatever, so that they know when they go out again, if this is the second or third time that these animals have gone out. What I understand is they were young. They were 5 young males, all year around 4 or 5 years of age. That's what I got. The 5th line. Oh yeah, no, they don't know exactly, but it's likely that he would have just walked back, because where they were on the N4, it's close to the Kumati River. That's literally a stone throw from the Kruger Park fence. So he probably just walked back because he might have heard his mates roaring on the inside, and so in all likelihood he found his way back.